Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I had a few people tell me we should cancel tonight because of the weather. That would have been crazy. But, all of my records were saying, all my information was saying that the severe thunderstorm was ending at 6. So if we give it another minute for the people to show, I don't know, I'm just kidding. I think people who want to come are here already, and I think we're good. And I'm so glad that we're here. We have a few things we have to do today. This is not behaving. Sorry about that. Try that. Stay on. We exploded one of these the other day. It just exploded. Not exploded. It broke into lots of pieces. That's the truth. Shabbat Shalom. I love this. So the few things we have to do, one is we have a Rosh Chodesh this week. It's starting. Anybody know which Rosh Chodesh is starting? Your hint is that it sounds like it's the abbreviation for an emergency room. ER. That's the name of the month. And so ER is starting on Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully I will not forget to say the blessings for that, because when new months come, it's always nice to have special blessings for that. And we are here to welcome Shabbat and each other. And the thing that I really don't want to talk about, no, I'm so glad I know Harriette. We don't care. I mean, she's not going far. She's just not going to be here all the time. So we're okay. We're okay, right? We're okay. She's okay. We're okay. I don't know what the popping sound is. I'm going to try to eliminate whatever we have here happening to stop the popping. But I'm going to apologize about popping. I'll say that now, and then we'll be done with that. Special things happen. Special people come into your lives, and all of you are special people. So I'm glad that you're all here, and we're glad that we're here to celebrate and honor Harriette. There will be a number of things that we'll be doing during the service. But I want to tell you that I have a prime directive here. The prime directive was, Harriette said, I'm short and sweet, please keep it short and sweet.
Yeah.
So I will try to do that, and I'm happy to do that, because I don't want to make a big deal out of this, because I want to see her again soon. I want to see her settled in and making new friends and move on, and then we'll see her there. So, but what we are going to do first is take a deep breath, so that we can let all of the stress of the bad weather and the week and the preparation and everything leave. You're wearing your masks. I'll stand back, take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Try again. Let it out slowly. Anybody feel less stressed? No? Yes, I got one thumbs up. I'm going to strongly recommend that you try these things. This goes in between my face and the mask, and it makes it way easier for me to breathe. It's worth a try. So we are going to begin on page 65, and I think it has something to do with, I don't know, maybe that helps. I don't know it could be the batteries, I don't know what it is. Page 65, our tradition is that you stand for the candle blessing, and we are going to invite Harriette Glazer to do blessings, because she has invited us to do the blessings so many times. We're going to pick on her this time. So page 65, and please rise.
Everybody rising, yes. I'm going to ask you to start.
You're going to have to go closer to the microphone.
Whoa,
Stand by
oh,
over
I'm
here.
in the
Yeah,
wrong
I know,
place.
you were standing by that one.
Hello.
How about
Okay.
this one? I'm going to put this next to you.
I can see the candles, actually.
That's good, see? We set them up that way. I'm going to make this low enough for you to do.
All right. I want to ask you to start the first part of the page, because I can't see the book.
What?
Thank you. I forgot I can do that up here.
The presets, right?
Thank you very much.
That was 3.
Okay.
So may we give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshonu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Let there be joy. Let there be peace.
Let there be Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And I'm going to ask you to be seated, but I'm going to ask you to stay there for a moment.
Okay.
Before you start to talk, I have something important. There is a tradition that at candle blessing times, that the mother of the house, and she's our mother of the house here today, we say a blessing for her. And so I have this translation of Eshet Chayil Mi'imsa. A woman of valor, seek her out. She is to be valued above rubies. She opens her hand to those in need and extends her help to the poor. Adorned with strength and dignity, she faces the future cheerfully. Smile. There you go. Okay. Her speech is wise. The law of kindness is on her lips. Those who love her rise up with praise and call her blessed. Many have done well, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty short-lived, but a woman loyal to God has truly earned praise. Honor her for all of her offerings. Her life proclaims her praise. And that's not just her, that's for everybody, but I'm picking on her because she's standing there.
There are too many others to share.
That's
many
fair.
others to share that with, and thank you.
And now you have the mic.
All right. Oh, my goodness, I am blessed, and you're not making this any easier.
Nope.
What to say? This is a bittersweet leaving. I woke up one day and decided I think I better move to where some of my oldest granddaughters are before they get away. One will be a senior and then other one a junior, and before I know it, they'll be gone. So I am moving to Dallas. I'll live 1.5 miles from their house in a Jewish-sponsored 8th floor retirement center with all the bells and whistles I could ask for. All I have to do is partake. And so my dog and I will be 2 old girls learning new tricks. And this has been my spiritual home since we moved here, the 4 of us. Elise, who just turned 52 the other day, was just short of her 6th birthday. So we were here a long time. And so I'll be leaving very fond memories. Goodbye. But I'll only be 3 hours down the road, straight down the highway. So I hope to see some of you, and I hope to be back here for some happy occasions along the way. And again, thank all of you for being my friends.
So we'll all say for her, a Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe. You gave us life, you sustained us, and you caused us to reach this special moment. Go back to your microphone. You have to go back to your microphone.
This is a real test, and I can hardly see you, but this is a real test of your loyalty to me. Raise your hand if you honestly and truly will miss my phone call during the summer to ask you to book yourself 6 months in advance when you have no idea what you'll be doing to say the prayers here.
We didn't relieve you of that job just because you're moving away. Is that why you're leaving?
No,
Didn't we tell you?
Sorry about that.
You didn't tell us.
Sorry about that. I have been here since before Flo Selber, and who could say no to Flo Selber,
Wow.
asked me to look after the nursery school. And little did I know, 17 years later, I'd be doing cookies because Carol and Mirov, may she rest in peace, and they both. Who was going to say no to her when she asked me to be Teddy Cranston's assistant? I saw the writing on the wall, but I didn't have enough sense to move fast enough. So y'all take care of yourselves, say prayers, and take good care of each other.
How many people either were part of the preschool or sent their kids to the preschool? Look how many hands are up. Yes, there you go. Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Teacher from, when we moved here, Mark's first teacher, Jerry Bigner, is sitting down here.
We know Jerry Bigner is here, Mark's first teacher. I have to say it because nobody's going to hear you if you're not in the microphone. How many people ever had to do the blessings because she told you to, asked you to? We call it voluntelling. How many people ever brought cookies because she asked you to? Just checking. So page 66 says that we're supposed to do a Lecha Dodi and welcome the Shabbat bride, but I thought it might be a more appropriate song to sing something about feeling more like we're in the preschool. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Well, we're going to do this again. Ready? In preschool, we learn how to clap. How do we clap? But on Shabbat, we have to clap in a different way. So pick another way. It could be like back to back or front to back or don't hit each other or something. But just clap for me and clap in a different way. We know it's Shabbat now. Start from the beginning. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Here it comes. Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. You could clap there if you want. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. You're lucky because if you came to the Kiddush Shabbat tomorrow, I would make you march around the sanctuary while we were doing it too. And then when we say chiri biri biri, you have to do one of these spins. It's really fun watching the rabbi do that. Page 67. We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice. Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope. You see why I picked this service? Did you see what it says there? Just checking. We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights. And yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage.
Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus.
And we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love.
May our celebration bring us strength along our way.
In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good.
May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel.
And it's good for us to be sitting here together. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times, if we but open our minds to you.
We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows.
May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth.
May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ועלמא דברה חירותה, וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ומרו, אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמך דקודשה בריחו, לעלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמיהירן בעלמה, ומרו, אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder our hearts cry out.
Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth.
A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your Spirit. You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine,
and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you. In the dark of the evening we seek the light of your presence. One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
If your bat mitzvah is in the next 2 months, I would love for you to come and help with the Ve'ahavta. Everyone else, please be seated. Can you make sure the microphone is facing you, please? Thank you.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישורך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם,
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Thank you. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love.
From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. That was just last week. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. That's in about 5 weeks. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us. Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed. May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh pele, nora tehilot oseh pele. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will.
We praise you, guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world.
O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. ושמרו בני ישראל השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'nehem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to free the captive.
You are our hope in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are Kadosh, holy. Your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kedoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Adonai, the Holy One. You may be seated. I'm in trouble over here. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshi, mekadeshi shvi Shabbat. Kulam yismechu v'yitangu v'tuvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, koreh oneg Shabbat, v'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, chemdat yamim, oto karata Shabbat. Thanks. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomere, 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 Shabbat, Kore oneg Shabbat. Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat. Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit Shabbat. Thank you. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomere Shabbat Kore oneg Shabbat. So I said I was in trouble because I'm down a microphone. Usually I don't have to play so loud. There's a microphone down here. This time you could feel it. On page 79 at the top of the page we read together, God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom.
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech adon lekol hashalom. Atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rab al Yisrael amcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael amcha tasim le'olam. V'tov be'enecha levarich et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael amcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael amcha tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam.
There is a prayer in your heart, and there's something that God has to tell you. We take a moment now of silent meditation so that we can do that. יעשה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל העולם. ואמרו Amen. At this time in our service, we turn to page 162. We get to give you your quiz, your pop quiz. 162. We say a blessing for a new month. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors. May the new month bring for us renewed good and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, and health, a life full of blessing, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Wondrous God, in ancient days you led our people from bondage to freedom. Redeem us now out of our exile from one another, making all Israel one united people. Rosh Chodesh Iyar yeh b'yom rishon, yom sheni v'yom shlishi. The new month of Iyar will be on Monday and Tuesday. That means it starts Sunday night. We say together, God of holiness, let the new month bring for us and for the whole house of Israel life and peace, happiness and joy, deliverance and comfort. And let us say, Amen. Our hearts and our prayers now turn to the inside back cover because we're thinking about those who are ill or recuperating. If you have anyone you would like us to be adding our prayers for, please call them out. For all these people, for those we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And it has become our tradition to add, Misheberach avotenu ve'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we've entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom, protecting us, healing us, serving us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. Give them courage to succeed and strength to persevere. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. All right, I have something. Harriette, I'm going to miss not hearing your laughing all the time. I'm going to miss not seeing you in the building all the time. I'm going to try this. Let's see if I've got this in me. I did at some point. Is there an Oneg Shabbat to set up? Our blessers, what we need. There is one person we can turn to. She'll take care of it with love and heart and speed. Almost. Harriette Glazer. Harriette Glazer. You can say that part. Harriette Glazer. Harriette Glazer. She always seems busy. She had time to talk with you and make you laugh, and then somehow she got you to promise to be the blesser and make cookies. She reminds us that she is short and sweet, but no one has a bigger heart than she. Somehow that short person washes and folds and hangs tablecloths easily. Harriette Glazer. Harriette, you're not singing with me. Harriette Glazer. She's always at BZ. She was always the first one in and last one out. So she got her very own key. I lost my melody altogether there. And when we held a special function and had to set up tables in Lefkowitz Hall, you can't believe how fast she could take on and off the table skirts, making it seem like it was no effort at all. Harriette Glazer. Harriette Glazer, we can't find anyone to do all the things you do. You may no longer be living near us, but we know how to call and visit you. And don't forget it was a few years ago when she ran the B'nai Zion preschool. So many youngsters, Jewish and non-Jewish, learned that B'nai Zion was cool, not to mention their ABCs and everything else. Harriette Glazer, Harriette Glazer, to be with your family, you're moving away. But for all of us here at B'nai Zion, in our hearts, you'll always stay. Harriette Glazer, Harriette Glazer, we know you'll make new friends. We can't wait to hear all about it. The story continues. But this is where my song ends. We didn't cover it all, but that's enough for now. Madam President, would you tell us what it is that we need to know about B'nai Zion? Harriette, we love you. We miss you. And while Madam President is coming up, I want to say that Julian, we're wishing you well in your travels too. I guess this may be the last time you'll be seeing us here, and we'll be seeing you here for a while, maybe for a long, long while, but we wish you safety and wonderful travels, and stay in touch with us too.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm so pleased to see so many of you here tonight. It's heartwarming. There aren't enough words to express, as so we're all saying, how much Harriette means to us here. So let me just say we love you, Harriette, and wish you well in your move, and look forward to hearing about your new friends and adventures, because we will stay in touch. Tonight we will not be having an Oneg Shabbat online. Tomorrow from 9 to 9:30 a.m. we will have Kiddush Shabbat for families. Fill out the form for details about how to attend. It is the first time in over a year we will be in person, but we will also be on Zoom. We have religious school and Hebrew classes on a new schedule this Sunday. Please read your email from Barbara for details. Also, this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. there will be a Holocaust Remembrance Service that can be seen online at holocaustremembranceservice.org or their Facebook page. Details and links are on the BZ site. Looking ahead, next week during Shabbat service we will celebrate Israel. May 1, during a Saturday morning service, there will be, which begins at 10:30 in the morning, there will be a baby naming. That would be lovely.
Craig and Georgette Toy's grandchild baby naming.
B'nai Zion will have a shredding truck currently scheduled for May 22nd. The deadline for filing taxes has been extended to June for people in Louisiana because of the winter storm. Let us know if you prefer that we move the shredding date to a June date. Donations were made to Benedetti Sisterhood Flower Fund in loving memory of Molly B. Tech by Debbie DeLynn, and in loving memory of Norma Levy Weinstein from Janice Weinstein Kahn. Each week, after the flowers are used for Shabbat services, the Sisterhood delivers them to someone special. Donations can be easily made online or by mailing or calling into the office. Shabbat Shalom and stay safe.
Thank you. And I think I forgot to say, to mention for you to say in the announcements that we do have a Torah study at 9:45 tomorrow and service at 11, and we are trying again to be in person and online. And if you want to join us, I would request that you fill out the registration form so that you can get an email, and it tells you about the new details about what you need to do to come safely into the building. Please fill out that form and then come. We have a good time. And you'll get to meet our online regulars, because we have people representing at least 7 states that have been joining us every Saturday morning, and it's been fun. I am going to ask Julian and the lovely lady sitting next to him to please come up and open the ark for us. Would you? And everyone else is turning to page 148. When the ark is opened, I will ask that you rise. I feel awkward calling you by your first name. I should call you. You're wearing your uniform. I should call you by. That's okay. And Harriette, I feel awkward calling you by first name. Just kidding. That's okay. Yes. Ooh, okay. It's a big door. Watch out.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
And on the facing page we're going to sing together ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. And when the ark is closed, you may be seated. Thank you. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. Included among them, we acknowledge that this year we have lost 2 people in the American military. We've lost 95 police officers, 51 were COVID-related, 1 was from Louisiana. We've lost 3 canine officers, 2 of those 3 canine officers were shot. We lost 34 firefighters, including 1 from Louisiana. 13 of those deaths were COVID-related. You already know the numbers of COVID. We've lost 10,200 people in Louisiana, over 700 people in Caddo, almost 3 million people in the world. And I want to include 3,607 people who are healthcare workers have died so far, and I appreciate everyone for their efforts to eliminate this problem. We continue on page 153. I'm supposed to say, as we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. In nature's ebb and flow, your eternal law abides. As you are our support in the struggles of life, so also are you our hope in death. In your care, O God, are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Your power gives us strength. Your love comforts us. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts, fill us with trust in you, and turn us again to the tasks of life. And may the memory of our loved ones inspire us to continue their work for the coming of your sovereign rule. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us recently. We remember congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Tommy Crowder, Sophie Lipo, Robert Talbert, Joseph Paris, Artis Robison, and George Rothkopf. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we have been observing the Yortzites this past week include Felix L. Alkus, Melita K. Frankel, Abram Ginsberg, Edmund Golden, Barbara Goodman, Charlton Meyer Sr., Louis Ox, Ethan Pfeiffer, Harry Rosenzweig, Sally Sorkin, Bob Sussman, Molly B. Tech, Norma Levy Weinstein, Henry S. Wiseman Jr., Walter Wallens, Doris Sussman Yates, and John Zuzak. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 154. Its translation is on page 155. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. You may be seated for a moment. I will let you sit. I'd like to share one more blessing for you. It's a blessing of journeys, and we're all journeying. So I thought, even though I picked it thinking of Harriette, I thought it might work for everyone here. May it be your will, Adonai our God and God of our ancestors, that you guide us safely on our journeys, that you lead us on paths of peace, and that you allow us to reach our desired destination with life, joy, and peace. Protect us from all obstacles along our way. Bestow blessings on the work of our hands, and grant grace, loving kindness, and compassion to us, and in the eyes of all whom we encounter along the way. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea tefillah. Blessed are you, Adonai, who watches over us on our journeys and hears our prayers. Please rise for the closing benediction. And while you're rising, I want to tell you I have a new tech in the booth. I've got a guy named Liam, and he figured out how to make the pops go away. Thank you, Liam. How cool. Help me bless each other. It's a blessing for us to be here together. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Because no matter how short and sweet you are, there are things that God looks up to you about, and may God grant you peace. Shabbat Shalom. Safe travels, everybody. Be safe. Love you.